What's going on YouTube? Ricksticks here with another video. Now here's one game that I won't have to alt-tab to remember. Path of Exile. It's a game I've been playing entirely too much recently with the new league, Lake of Calandra. I'm playing on a softcore and I'm just having fun. I'm an occultist and I use the minion Herald of Agony. Where is that? Herald of Agony. Yeah. I've opted for more of a tanky spec, so it's not the greatest in softcore, but it's getting the job done so far. My league goal is to kill all the endgame bosses, the uber bosses. So I haven't got any down yet, but I haven't tried either. I've got one piece of gear to finish before I'm going to attempt it, and that's to basically have this as +2 to level of all minion skill gems. But all in all, I think it's doing what I want it to do. It's farming tier 16s nicely, and yeah, I'm really happy. I'm gonna go through a map now, go through the build a little bit more, and then I'll leave the path of building link in the description if anyone's interested in having a pretty comfy, pretty easy to play build that comfortably farms tier 16 maps. Let's have a look at it in action. Alright, so basically just Elk and Go, most maps. Maps. Let's do Ramparts will do. So bomb. Always ignites, that's fine. Temporal chains, that's fine. Monsters have 70% chance to avoid elemental ailments, that's fine. Slaying enemies too close. Cool. Beyond, that's fine as well. The one that I really can't do is too many damage mods. Obviously, that's most builds struggle from dying to too many damage mods, and no regen. I always have regen on my builds, so no regen's a no-go for me. Alright, and I've got Eater of Worlds on the map as well. Let's see how we do. Oh, sorry, I normally play without sound. Give you some sound. Alright, and obviously I don't have the best computer setup, so I'm playing very low graphics. 1280 x 800 resolution sort of deal. It is what it is. This is what I've found to get the best performance out of Path of Exile, because it is quite an intensive game. You need a good rig for it. Alright, let's scoot. So the playstyle is basically just find big packs and pop them. That is the best thing about being an occultist. You get the free pops. So if you get tanky enough and enough damage, that's some beyond mobs. You just run through maps, find a big pack, and boom. Once one pops, because it's damage based on the enemy life, basically you just get this big chain reaction of pops. So the denser the better. See? Pop, pop. Come on guys. I've got shrines on my Atlas tree. Shrines are really good. I highly recommend anyone in softcore, definitely shrines. Shrines are very good. They just give you so much survivability, so much speed. Boom! Oh. So I'm pretty lazy with Path of Exile. I only really pick up the big stuff. I really just look for currency mostly. I wouldn't consider myself a super hardcore Path of Exile knowledge guy. I just like to run around and pop things, to be honest, and try different builds and stuff each league. There has been a bit of controversy this league. A lot of players not happy with grinding a game's decisions on slowing things down, pulling the loot back. But for me, just the average Andy, I'm fine with it. just adapt and enjoy it for what it is. I appreciate the monetary model of grinding good games. Path of Exile is a free game, available on Steam or off Steam, however you prefer. And there's a lot of content for free, so I'm very appreciative. Pop, 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 just don't stand on the bearers. As you can see, it's pretty casual. It's almost one button playstyle going through the map. More challenging encounters, you're going to want to kind of use some debuffs and such. But in general, it's really cruisy. Just put that on. So summon some of these guys to get a buff, Feeding Frenzy. Put Mark on him for more damage. Put Signal Prey for more damage. Tier 16 map, boss down. Alright, so that's the build. Let's have a look at the tree. So it's mostly survivability with the life nodes and block nodes. Glancing blows super good. Yeah, block's just really good for mapping. It's not super good for bossing, I would say. With glancing blows, because bosses hit like trucks, so 65% of damage taken is still a lot of damage. Just a lot of regen. It just feels good to have regen, and it's hard to recover life otherwise in this build. I find regen's just the best option. Unwavering stance, cannot be stunned, super useful. Immunity to freeze on a flask. Immunity to bleeding and corrupted blood on a flask. What else have we got? Armor spec. So these are my auras. Temper shield, block. Despair, determination. That's the armor as well. So we got big arm, decently armored. 47k. That's pretty good for tier 16s. And just using molten shell with the armor. This is a really good shield for the build. Gain 250 life when you block. It's very solid. As I said, it just makes T16 mapping nice and easy if you've got enough block. I don't have capped blocks, but I've got enough. 68, 62, that's plenty. This is one of the quirky things that I'm using that's probably different from a normal Herald of Agony build. I think it's come out this league. Soul Ascension Cardinal Mids. Basically, I go up to 45 stacks of Virulence, which with Herald of Agony, it's normally 40, but I've got Cluster Jewel, which takes it up to 45. Basically, Herald of Agony does more damage the more stacks of Virulence you have. So it's a struggle to get, using a Stormbrand anyway, it's a struggle to get past 40 or even 240. So this gives you a bunch of cast speed to get your Virulence up high. So it's basically for bosses. You want that big damage. You gotta live a little while with it. You gain Soul Eater every 3 seconds. You've got up to 50 stacks for the maximum benefit. But then you get like so much cast speed that it's really easy to maintain high stacks for Herald of Agony, high Virulence. So it looks out of place with all my armor gear, but it's super important, these gloves I'm finding, for my damage. Immortal Flesh got changed this league. Bunch of regen. Like I said, I'm a regen Andy. It's just really comfy. In Presence for the free curse in an AoE.
When I'm ready.
Basically, that's, as I was saying earlier, as an occultist, you get the free explosions, which is basically why I play occultist. Profane Bloom. So some people have to be hexed or cursed, and with Impresence and Blasphemy, curse or hex, despair, I automatically, everything around me is always cursed and hexed. So it's always Profane Bloom exploiting. It's just occultist is just super well balanced. Super well balanced ascendancy. Give things, that's a damage. Lots of stuff regens life now. Maven gives bosses regen, which is really annoying. Arch Nemesis mobs, lots of regen. So Void Beacon, 100% reduced life regen. Sorry, can't regen. Extra Curse I use for Sniper's Mark. More Chaos Res. It can't be underestimated how good it feels to have max Chaos Res as well. Like I'm not overcapped, but I'm capped basically with these elemental reses, overcapped by 1. With enough physical mitigation, like it's just a really well balanced character, I find. As I said, I haven't done the Uber bosses yet. I've done basically a few of the Uber bosses, but I've been more so working towards finishing all my gear. So yeah, just got that helmet left to go, and then we can go with Ubers. 4 days, 8 hours, 54 minutes. So I'm not going super hard, but I'm going hard enough. But yeah, this has been Path of Exile, guys. It's a great game if you're interested. Definitely check it out. The devs work so hard. There's a new league every 3 months. I think they might be changing that to 4 soon. Path of Exile 2 is coming up on the horizon next year, I think. So it's crazy good game. It's crazy fun. It's a lot of thinking. You know, I can't, not while you play it, but while you're thinking of builds. It's interesting like that. But yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot of mental work when you're figuring out how you're going to play it. Yeah, it's a deep game, so have fun with that. But yeah, I might call it there, guys. If you have any questions, I'll answer them in the comments. If you need any more info about the build or about Path of Exile. Otherwise, yeah, I might put some videos of the Uber kills in, and yeah, you can enjoy them. Well, my attempts at the Ubers anyway. So thanks for watching, YouTube. I'll see you next time. This is Ricksticks signing out. Just like the Pied Piper led rats through the streets, we dance like marionettes, swaying to the symphony of destruction.